Hey guys, and welcome back to the PvP Pet Battle series. And today we are using the kun-lai runt, we are using the magical crawdad, and we are also using the sporeling sprout. And I must say, the sporeling sprout is probably my favorite pet out of every single pet in the game, just because it is pure awesome. It has a nice heal, it has a nice defensive ability, and it also has a nice attack. So today we're going up against the clockwork gnome, the strand crab, and also the electrified razortooth. And I don't know, I made a couple of mistakes really early on in this game that really did nearly cost me it. And you'll see that in a second. So I'll go up for a defensive ability straight away. And he also uses a defensive ability. Sorry about that. And if I attack him, I will do 200 damage to myself. So I don't want to be attacking him. So I thought, yeah, I'll switch out and have a smart move, and he gets a nice crit off with his rip attack, which also means I'm bleeding. And we also know what his next attack is going to be, which is blood in the water. Of course it is. So now I'm trying to kind of remember how long of a cooldown blood in the water is. I think it's a 5-round cooldown, so I'm just trying to get everything back in order. So I stick with my magical crawdad and get him back up to some nice HP, and he continues to rip me, and I'll give him a wee claw, and he gets this attack off, and as you can see, it did a nice big chunk of damage to me, which is not good, especially because he has his rip attack plus that mighty blood in the water attack, which is not good. So I really did make a big mistake in keeping the magical crawdad out as long as I did, so I switched into the kun-lai runt, and of course he gets a rip attack into him now too, which is not good, but I have the Renew and Mist ability up, which will give me a nice heal, which is great. So we will get the slowing effect off on him, and then we will deep freeze him up. And that's what the attack's called, it's called deep freeze. After, 5-6 episodes of me trying to remember what the attack is, and we get a takedown attack off on him and kill the electrified razortooth right and quick. Now he is using the strand crab, which actually does quite a lot of damage. I was surprised with how much damage this guy was actually doing to me. So we will continue to take down him, and I think it's the next turn. Yes, it is. This turn I really should have used my chill attack again, which would lower his speed, because deep freeze was off cooldown. And that really did mean I would have to do an extra go to set up this attack, which is very stupid of me, I should have realized, and of course it gets dodged. All my strong attacks get dodged, but in the pre-patch notes I've read so far of 5.3, they are changing the whole dodge rate system, which should be fantastic and stop all these stupid dodges happening, which is pretty good. And as you can see, the strand crab is actually doing a right number on my per kun-lai runt here. He's doing about 300 damage per hit, which is a hell of a lot of damage, and I get a nice crit off there, which is always good. And per abyss dies bad time, so I thought, yeah, I'll get the magical crawdad back up and get a wish ability off, and he'll heal up next time. But I kind of forgot how much damage this crab does, so it was kind of bad for me to do this. So I was thinking, right, I'll switch out because I don't want the magical crawdad to die just yet. So it's probably a smart idea, because I thought he was going to attack even though all his stuff's off cooldown. And he did attack because he thought he was going to kill my magical crawdad straight away. And I was smart enough to put him into the back line and bring out the sporeling sprout again. So we will leech seed up, and that will be good. But I think I shouldn't have used the leech seed just there. I think I should have used it next turn or the turn after, because he did have to put all his stuff back on, as in the shell shield and the Renew and Mists. And as you can see, my crouch ability does do quite a lot of block, which is fantastic. He's doing 50% less, so he's only doing 150 damage, which is not bad. I can deal with that. So I'm thinking, yep, I'll be able to take him next go, which I really shouldn't have used the leap seed right there. I should have just used the jab, because that would have finished him off straight away. So these videos, I really do enjoy watching them back again, because it gives me insight of where I went wrong and how to improve myself. So I love doing this PvP series, and he gets his clockwork gnome out. And everybody does hate turrets. Let's face it, everybody hates turrets. So he's going to turret up, and then he's going to start punching me with his metal fist. But we have our leech seed ability, which is super strong against this guy, which is always good. And the turret's not doing too much attack. It's only doing about 60 damage, which is healed from really my passive ability, which is always good. It's not doing as much heal, but you know, it's all good. He gets his repair off, which gives him about 900 extra HP. But, you know, I'll still be able to take that alright. So we get another crouch up, so we're not taking as much damage. His turrets are down. So we will get another jab off to finish him, but he will come back, of course, because of his passive ability. And he is dead, and he revives himself. So next turn, we're going to leech seed him, and we're going to hopefully finish him off. Boom, boom. Not just yet, but oh, leech seeds little dot helps that and kills the clockwork gnome off. So it's down to the strand crab, and we are faster, so we punch him to death. And we win and keep our magical crawdad alive, and I am so happy about that. So I think I'm actually going to switch out the magical crawdad soon, because he's not really doing too much for my team at the minute. It is the sporeling sprite that I am depending on quite a lot, so I've been below, and I'll see you all later.